Hello, and welcome to one of the, I guess you'd say, procrastinating playlists that I think I mentioned in that message, the video about playlist things, and we're going to be doing Obscurities, and yeah, it's just basically what it kind of says on the tin, proverbial tin on or on the literal paper proverbial tin. Um, and it's yeah, it's kind of poetic or whatever, or ironic, whatever. Irony's stupid. Um, yeah, not irony. I don't like that variation of the word. It's not. It's not an iron. It's nothing to do with an iron or the substance iron. At risk of sounding like my dad, the English is a foreign language tutor. But yeah, I'm just here snacking on some chorizo, which it's Mediterranean, it's Spanish. But um, speaking of Mediterraneans, I'm going to be talking about an Italian, and that is Alessandro Mussolini, of course, the father of Benito Mussolini, the Italian fascist who was executed along with his wife. Actually, his nephew, nephew, son of Edvig Mussolini, Giuseppe, the son of her, Giuseppe Mancini, who was a vice brigadier of the Tagliamento Legion of the Republican National Guard, was killed the same day as Big Uncle Benito Mussolini. But about the dad, he worked as a blacksmith, became an anarchist. He was staunchly atheist, which was bizarre for that time and for the place he grew up in. It is funny because he was married to Rosa Meltoni, a school teacher who was a Roman Catholic. Her father pretty much just disavowed the marriage, practically disowned her for marrying him. And about his son, his eldest son Benito, he was actually named after leftist Mexican liberal president Benito Juarez. Alessandro was a great admirer and follower of Karl Marx. Benito Mussolini's other names came from yeah. I'm trying not to betray that I'm reading so much off it, but I kind of am. But as long as I don't sound monotone or look like I'm doing this all the time, and so blah blah blah. Yeah. Um, Benito's names came from middle names were Andrea and Amilcari, after Italian socialists Andrea Costa and Amilcare Cipriani. Um, Alessandro was also the father of journalist and politician Arnaldo Mussolini, and Benito and Arnaldo's sister was also a journalist. She was a writer as well. Um, yeah, he was mostly, apart from the anarchy stuff. Yeah, like I said, he was known as a blacksmith, but due to his alcoholism and probably polarizing beliefs, he was unemployed a lot of the time. So um, that's pretty much all there is to say about that's how obscure Mussolini's, El Duce's father was. But he had a massive impact on his life. He influenced a lot of, you know, around what was around him, and Italy's one of those countries where even into the late 1800s there was a lot of identity politics and I guess, I guess, like for example, Giuseppe Garibaldi had a lot of influence on what people wanted to identify as, and uh, as countrymen, and as just socially or whatever. So before I witter on too much and go off track, that was the first episode of Obscurities. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.